welcome to my channel. Seek truth, speak truth, and I try my best to do both such things.
What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe.
Hello, and welcome to Seek Truth, Speak Truth. Good day to you all. That intro you just saw was when I was a flat earther. And I think what hit homes there is when I say seek truth, speak truth, and I try my very best to do both. I'm so glad I wasn't called the world's flat or Mr. Flat Man, because I think I would have become stuck to that name. But the fact that I was called seek truth, speak truth, it allowed me to do that. That was why I started the whole journey. I 100% believed the earth was flat, and now I 100% know that we live on a globe. The man that kind of pushed me off the edge of flat earth, shall we say, was Conspiracy Catz, Baldy Catz. I've spoken to obviously a lot of other globe realist channels afterwards, say FTFE. I've got a interview with him, Simon Dan. I've been popped on Mr. Sensible, not, you know, as a proper chat with him, but every now and again just might have jumped on a few times. But all of these guys' names have been brought up as the person that kind of debunked me. So I just wanted to just let everyone know, and just obviously the credit does need to go to Baldy Catz, and there is credit to him. He said to me, like, you know, it wasn't me that debunked you necessarily, it was you that allowed, you know, your mind to accept that these are kind of proofs and evidences that I'm showing you. And yes, that is true. A lot of it was down to me, but I want to show you basically just the excellence of Baldy Catz. The Debunk was on that channel, and I'm just going to show a few clips that he said that made me think, wow. And I might have even seen this information before on other channels, but just really props to Conspiracy Catz basically, because I think it's just his way of delivery, his way of communicating with me. Even before he ever made a video on me, he actually asked for my permission. And even myself now, to be honest, you know, I don't ask for permission, and I should. Even though most of the channels, they don't give a hoot. But Conspiracy Catz, he gained my trust. You know, he's even before he released his video, this was what he sent me. You know, he's just asking how I am. Hope you're okay. It's just genuine person to person. Sometimes we put this too much of a divide, I think, between flat earthers and globe earthers. Like, we're all human beings. I know obviously that I get terrible comments, but I just look at those as trolls, to be honest. I even think a lot of the really hideous comments I get are probably not even flat earthers. But they give real flat earthers, people that genuinely just believe in flat earth, such a bad name. And I was within that category, do you know what I mean? Like, I was never abusing people online and going onto their channels and calling them all sorts. And I think that is just stupid. Just shows sheer weakness. To be honest, so anyone that leaves me a crappy comment, what a sad life you live, really. I had a comment the other day and it just said, like, I just can't believe how boring you are. Unbelievably boring. And I just thought, well, why did you just sit through that video then? How boring is your life to sit there and watch a boring video? It's pathetic. But yeah, we're going to pop over and see what CC did and how he communicated to me about the earth not being flat, and that's how he got me. So props to you, dude. Obviously, I love this whole community, I really do. massive respect, obviously, to everyone. I just wanted to obviously sort of clear it up, so the right man gets his dues, shall we say. But yeah, over to you, CC.
Now, I understand the fascination of wanting to know how the world around us works, and if humans didn't have that characteristic, then the world would definitely be a poorer place. However, when it comes to asking questions about the shape of the Earth, there's that much misinformation out there on the internet that it can be very easy for somebody to fall down a rabbit hole, and I hate to see that happen to anybody. Now, the subject of today's video has already made his mind up that the Earth is flat, and I hope I can change his mind. Now, he knows that I'm going to make this video, and he's happy for me to do so as long as I shout out his channel name in the video. So let's let him introduce himself.
Hello and welcome to Seek Truth and Speak Truth.
Okay, so with that out of the way, everything I'm going to say in this video is directed specifically at you with your best interests at heart. And I hope you watch to the end, no matter how annoyed you get with me. I really want the opportunity to show you that the people that you are listening to are at best scientifically illiterate and at worst a little bit dishonest. So let's begin.
I really believe in the last sort of week or two, the ball has been killed. The ball is dead. Flat Earth is just winning. The ball can't win now. There's just too much proof and only theory for the ball.
So straight off the bat, I think that is a major over-exaggeration. There is no serious institution in the world that takes Flat Earth seriously. I have never met a Flat Earther in person that I've not spoken to on the internet first, and I don't know anybody who has. So maybe when you say that, you mean you feel that the globe is dead to you, which is fair enough. But let's find out why.
Mr. Eric Dubay, the man, he recently done a video about the moon. It was a great video.
No, it was a rubbish video and a scientifically illiterate mess made by the same person who gave this as their explanation of how we get tides on the Earth.
Tides are caused by the gentle and gradual rise and fall of the Earth on the bosom of the mighty deep.
Now, unfortunately, Eric Dubay does have quite a sizable online presence that allows him to peddle his nonsense to quite a lot of people. And, unfortunately, you are about to parrot quite a lot of it.
But basically, the moon cannot reflect sunlight the way that it should do, or it's not reflecting light the way it should do. I'm going to use my trusty spherical ball here. There's a spot, isn't there? I can't really put, there we go. A spot, a light spot. So anything that's a concave shape is going to have a light spot. It cannot signal the energy of the light in such a way that it would then bounce back to Earth and illuminate this whole ball. So, you know, if we looked at the moon and we saw a light spot like this, I would think to myself, oh, okay, yeah, it's the sun's reflection. I mean, that's basically what you're seeing here is the light bulb's reflection. And then obviously the light has travelled around and is reaching parts of this ball, and this side of the ball is dark. Lovely, yeah, you know, great, that's science. So why does the moon just illuminate completely, or obviously it's waxing and waning cycles? It's self-illuminating.
Oh my God.
And please explain to me why you think it's not when I've just proved it can't be.
Okay, so first of all, let's deal with that light spot that you mentioned. This is called a specular highlight. So this is caused when light reflects off smooth objects in a manner that we call specular reflection. However, not all objects that are a sphere will have a specular highlight. Just take a look at these rocks. You see, the moon is also a big sphere made out of rock.
And it was at this moment that Seek Truth, Speak Truth started to realise that his flat earth nonsense crap had holes.
And surfaces like the rocky, dusty moon exhibit diffuse reflection. Now let's also add that the scale of the ball, your lamp, and the distance between them is nothing like the sun and the moon. Place your football further away from the lamp and see how intense your specular highlight gets then. So there really is no reason at all that we should see any kind of specular highlight on the moon. It's a very, very common, dishonest, flat earth argument that literally has no substance when compared to the observations we make in the real world. And I'll refer you back to pictures like this, which is a much, much better example than your smooth, shiny football, which is very close to a lamp. So let's take a look at your second claim that the moon somehow gives off its own light. Well, back when I used to teach GCSE astronomy, one of the pieces of coursework we all had to do was take a telescope or a pair of binoculars with some kind of filter on and look at an area of the moon. And over a number of days or weeks, we'd have to sketch that area of the moon and see how the detail we could see changed. Now, one of the things we noticed as the terminator line moved across the moon was a change in the length of the shadows in the craters we were observing. Now, if your claim is that the moon is giving off its own light, then how can these craters possibly have shadows? You see, this really is something that you can do for yourself. You can get yourself a telescope.
It was at this moment that STST realised this man knows his stuff.
Get yourself a filter where you can look at the moon and you can look at the craters and you can look at how the detail changes from one night to the next as that terminator line moves. And then ask yourself sincerely, when you can see those shadows in the crater, do you still believe that the moon is giving off its own light? Or is there a more appropriate explanation that it's just reflecting it from the sun?
The sun's rays heat and the moon's rays cool. I've got to stop that there because even that's debunked. That's 3-0 to the Globe within the first few minutes there. I'm going to link the actual full debunk to Baldy Catz's channel in the description. And I just wanted to put this video together to show you guys some of the timeline, to get it into your heads that obviously if you are a flat earther that this is genuine. These are two genuine people. Baldy Catz is obviously just such a bloody, I nearly said the F word there because I love him so much, is such a bloody good guy. And it really just makes me angry that the things and the names people like us get called, and you know, he's just there trying to educate, do what he can to help science, and that's all I'm now doing as well. If you did get to the end of that, thank you very much to everybody. Please give me a subscribe. I'm sure you already have subscribed to Baldy Catz, but if not, please do so. There's such a good community going around. I love speaking to all the channels. If you're a channel and would like to speak to me, please come forwards. Let's have a chat. Keep safe, keep it global, and keep coming back.
What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed.